Now the big question is, will your ex regret how they did it, how they treated you after a breakup? Now let me tell you the truth. This is nothing just like it's the absolute truth. The truth is, when you are dealing with a human being, usually there are common strengths and weaknesses as human beings. You get what I'm saying? So even when it comes to emotions, we react the same way. So first of all, if you were with someone in a relationship, if they were with you, you were bad towards them, everybody eventually they lose interest, they're gonna let go. But that one thing for certain in the human nature is that over time, that's why they say when someone is angry at you, give them space. Over time, we all tend to forget about the bad memories and focus on the good memories. It's only after that's when we remind ourselves that, oh, but this person used to, and then we get angry again, and then that's it. But without a doubt, time helps to heal, time helps to get over the bad memories and focus on the good ones. That is why, at the end of the day, everybody, it becomes easier to forgive as time goes on. But then again, now look at this. Then again, now secondly, look at this. How they treated you, right? Maybe you were good, and that is common. It does not mean that if you were too good to somebody in a relationship, they won't leave you, they will treat you. In fact, commonly, people now tends to want to take as much advantage that they can from you when the more they see you're good. Women also do that to men. I know that without a doubt. Mostly. You get what I'm saying? Just like men. They take, that's the human nature. People are evil or cruel. But one thing for sure is, after a breakup does not mean the end. Most breakups, in fact, if I can put it like this, they are not real. What makes them to be real is how we react after the breakup, how we behave, how we beg them, how we, all those things makes the people now to be sure. I have seen many times in my life where a lady would act like she's done with me. Week later, she texts me like nothing happens. But I knew without a doubt that had I reacted differently, she would have been gone for good. That is why I want to tell you something right now. Listen, your ex, if you are good to them, or if they dumped you over something small, because some they can take something small and make it tend to seem as if it's something big, while it was their way of getting out. And let me assure you, as time goes on, due to at that time, of course, if someone wants to leave you, it's either they are tired of you, they are no longer feeling attracted. But space, that's why you know things like no contact and all. Space gives us a chance to miss someone all over again. That's why there's a term called I miss so and so. There's no way you can miss someone that you are seeing right now, unless if you are too attracted. But the fact that you are missing, you only miss something which is absent. Okay? So your ex, after a breakup, that is a stage that is gonna set them in a place where they are bound to miss you. They are bound to regret. And let me tell you what causes major regrets. Two things makes people to regret. Number one, if they dumped you or they broke up with you and they moved on into a new relationship, if that new person does not treat them better than how you used to, they will realize they were better with you than with a new person. So as a result, they are reminded that you are coming from living from a mansion and now you're living in a shack. It's like that. So they begin to regret. Or secondly, it's when they don't seem to find somebody better. They begin to regret. Thirdly, that's a bonus. I never mentioned it before. But this one, it comes when the human nature, when they are seated, or maybe they've been in different relationships after you, but they realize that nobody has ever been so good to them. Or eventually, the human nature hounds them on how, when they are well seated, on how bad they were. The guilt, to put it simple. So they will begin to regret. So it's almost certain that at some point, when they mistreated you, they're gonna regret. The only time, even to the women that I've dumped before, sometimes I would think back and I almost start to feel guilty, but it's just that I know how these things works. I know how the human nature works. I will just quickly remind myself on why we separated in the first place, and then I realize, oh, I had no choice. That had to be like that. But you see the weakness that I'm talking about. One way or another, I wanted to regret things which I did nothing wrong. It's almost like that point where someone apologizes although they did nothing wrong. So the human nature is, be rest assured that most likely, If someone can regret or can apologize why they did nothing wrong, how much more to someone who did something wrong? So your ex will definitely regret. So whether they're gonna come back or not, it all depends on how much they still want and where they at. And when they compare, if yours was better or they feel like it was not worth it. Okay. And of course, that's all I had for you in today's video. If you enjoyed, go ahead, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I have more videos like this, so I will see you in the next upload.